I'm Chris Berman. We got a lot of games to cover. Let's get at it. In our first game this week, we had the 49ers win this one to the tune of 13 points. Darwin Walker had a ton of sacks and helped his Eagles beat the Dolphins. We had an interesting free agency pickup of note here. Trey's got the lowdown for us. Trey?
All right, Chris. Let's switch gears and talk about players that'll have new homes in the National Football League, as free agency continues to play such a huge role in determining a team's makeup. Ricky Williams is going to find himself with a new club, and he'll be in a new tax bracket too. 4 years, $2.6 million. Nick Eason will also have a new address for a while as he signs a 4-year contract with the Raiders. Chad Bradsky will be on the move. You see it there. He'll be getting a nice little payday too. 3 years, $4.8 million, plus a $1.4 million signing bonus. Keith Traylor is also on the move as he signs a robust 5-year contract with the Eagles.
In San Diego, right by Coronado Bay, we had the Chargers get nipped by 3 points. Down in Tempe, Arizona, we had the Cardinals edge their way to a narrow 3-point win. The Broncos defense held their opponents to under 100 passing yards in their win at Invesco Field at Mile High. Falcons, Seahawks. Ty Detmer is calling the signals at the 28-yard line. Will they go safe? Pocket forms beautifully. Lob. Nice in stride touchdown. The Falcons go on to win this by the final score of 21-14. The Bears won at home and will stay home for next week's game when they meet the Rams. We had a big injury in this one, and Trey has the lowdown for us. Trey?
All right, Chris, thanks. In front of you, we've got the AFC Infirmary Report. And as you can see, they were hit hard this week. Dan Neal sticks out on this list as one of the more costly injuries. A broken elbow is the culprit. He's out for 4 weeks. In front of you, we've got the NFC list. And as you can see, they could form their own MASH unit. Nick Rogers might be the biggest loss on this list. Tests at the stadium revealed a broken kneecap, so he'll be out for 15 weeks. So that'll do it for now. Chris, let's send it back to you.
Muhsin Muhammad had over 50 yards receiving and helped his Panthers beat the Patriots. In the land of the crab cakes, Baltimore, we had the Ravens stroll away with a 14-point win. Over at Edward Jones Dome, we had the Rams very confidently win by 16. Texans, Packers. Tony Hollins is such a tough runner. Split the backfield at the 35-yard line, and look at him stiff-arm that defender, and it opens up the hole for a touchdown. The Texans win this one by the final score of 21-10. The Saints defense held their opponents to under 100 rushing yards in their win at Raleigh, Maryland. And last but not least, we had the Chiefs come away victorious. So, 2 weeks into the books here on ESPN, here's my prime time performers for week number 2, and each is going to get a game ball. That'll do it, sports fans. I'm Chris Berman, and thanks so much for joining us here in the Bristol studios. We'll see you next week right here on ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports.